Patsy Mortori joining us from the Crestwood field hockey team here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro and Genell. And Patsy, let's talk about this team this year, and the league is always pretty darn strong. How you faring this season?
We had a slow start. We started off with 3 away losses, but we only lost to Lehman by 1 goal, and we lost to Coughlin by 1 goal in overtime. But we started out with 3 of the most difficult opponents in the Wyoming Valley Conference, and they were all away in the first 3 games. But since then, we've been on a 9-game winning streak, and so we've done well after those first 3 losses. Let's
break down this year offensively. Let's talk about some of the girls who score, some of the girls who assist, and then that offensive firepower.
We definitely have a very balanced attack. I think Sarah Richards, she's a sophomore, might lead us in scoring and points. But we also get a lot of scoring from a senior, Arden Morgans, and also from Emma Janashik, a junior, and Chloe Green, and also Morgan Murphy, and Mackenzie Kyle. So we have a pretty balanced attack where we get goals and assists coming from pretty much all over.
Let's go over on the defensive end and talk about whether you have some experience in those areas and how the girls are playing.
Katie Karpinski definitely leads our defense. She's a senior and is going to be attending St. Joe's University in the next year, and she definitely has been playing a lot since she's been a freshman, so she's our most experienced player. Also with her is Emma Colo as a left back, and she does a great job. This is her 2nd year starting, and has really contributed and has a lot of experience. Our right back is a newcomer, Lauren Reidinger, but she's a senior and definitely doing a great job on the right side. And Lauren Shifflett is a senior, also moved from right back last year, and now she's playing a sweep. So they're kind of holding down the fort in the back.
Let's talk about overall as far as, you said at the beginning was a little tough with the schedule, and you're on a nice winning streak. What are some positives that you think the girls are doing, whether it's just gelling together or doing some things that you have worked on in practice over the last month or so?
Yeah, I think basically just their passing. Their passing has improved tremendously. Their movement off the ball's improved a lot, and they're working together as a team instead of trying to do things individually. I think we're best when we do things as a team.
And this year when the playoffs come around, let's talk about where you're going to fall. 3 classifications last year, 3 classifications this year, right?
Right, and it looks like we're going to hopefully fall as the number 2 seed coming out of AA. And so that'll be nice because we do get a bye then going into district playoffs if we do capture that 2 seed. So it's looking good, like we should be able to do that, and so hopefully that's where we'll end up.
Always a big rivalry, Wyoming Seminary, and every game is big, but they're pretty loaded this year again.
Yeah, Seminary is definitely really loaded. I do think, though, that we're capable of beating them, and we're capable of at least putting on a good game and giving them a good run for their money at least.
Patsy, great to catch up with you with the Crestwood field hockey team today here at Arcaro and Genell. The best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Arden Morgan's joining us from the Crestwood field hockey team here on the John Mendola Show. And Arden, let's talk a little bit about what's your role on the team.
I play right inner, and last year I actually played left wing for my team, and I was the leading scorer last year, and this year I'm pretty sure I lead in assists, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's talk about some of the players around you as far as who you try to get the ball to, or who tries to get the ball your way.
Well, my mid is Kenzie Kyle, and my wing next to me on the right is Morgan Murphy. She's another senior. My left inner is Chloe Green. She's a sophomore, and the position I was in last year, left wing, is Emma Janashik. She is a junior.
Let's talk a little bit about the 9-game winning streak, how things are going, and what you think is going well right now.
I think that we've just been using our passing really well. We've been working it up the field, not being selfish with dribbling too much, and just working off one another and just using each other as much as we can.
Let's talk about your game in particular and things you've worked on over the years, whether it's with your club, with the team, just trying to become a complete field hockey player.
I play for the club Excalibur down in Philadelphia. They're a very good club, and that's where I went to get a lot of my influence and brought it back to Crestwood. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of the girls there are going really high Division I schools, and it really helped getting competitive with them and brought it good game to the area.
Let's talk about next year for you as far as area of study and the school you're thinking about going to.
I actually committed back in the summer to play at Williamsburg University, and I'm going to continue in nursing there. But I've wanted to do nursing ever since I was a freshman, so I pretty much knew everything I wanted to do, which made it really hard to look at schools because a lot of schools don't let you do nursing. But I found my school, and I'm really happy that it's close to home.
You got to be pretty good at science. That seems to be one of your favorite subjects in high school. So talk how, obviously it goes together, sciences and nursing.
I'm in chemistry right now, and I took bio last year. And bio is my favorite, but I do like chem. It's very challenging, but I do like it. It's a good subject, but yeah.
Got an older brother, Gavin. Talk about your relationship with him. Usually we always hear the famous, well, me and my brother used to fight a little bit or whatever,
Yeah.
but talk about, where he's at now, because he's a little bit older, and your relationship as you've both matured.
Gavin goes to Temple. He lives in Philly. I love Philly so much. He is 20, and he's in the Navy ROTC program down at Penn. So he's going to be in our military, which is scary, of course. I don't like to think about that. But he might be thinking of switching to Marines. So, yeah, it's very nerve-wracking, but I have full faith that he's going to do the best in his life with the career that he takes.
Talk about your folks and what you get from each of them to help kind of push you along.
My dad, he's very, very hard on me, but it benefits my game a lot, and he always wants to see me score and do the best I possibly can. They try to know much about field hockey as they possibly could, but just like every parent, they don't understand the sport completely. But they're very helpful. They're always at my side, and they're at every single game cheering me on.
Well, thank you very much, Arden, for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck at Bloomsburg University.
Thank you.
Morgan Murphy joining us from the Crestwood field hockey team here on the John Mendola Show. And Morgan, let's talk about this 9-game winning streak for the Lady Comets. What's been going so well?
Well, we started off with a rough patch, but then we finally clicked as a team, and we really used each other, and we started to believe in each other, and we really used each other in passes, which we've been very successful with.
Let's talk about some of the offensive firepower this year for Crestwood.
We really try to get the ball in the cage, and that's our main goal as being a forward. And I just really want to use my other teammates to pass and get the ball in.
Talk about defensively this year. Who do you think some of the players are that have stepped up this season?
We kind of started with a new defensive line this year, but again, my center back, Katie Karpinski, has really stepped up. Lauren Shifflett, she's in the back behind her, and Lauren Ridinger is to her right, and this is her first year starting, and she has been doing an amazing job as a first-year starter, as a senior. And Emma Colo, who is starting again, is doing an awesome job on the left.
You also play softball?
Yes.
Talk about how serious you are about that sport.
I'm not as serious as field hockey. It's just something I do on the side, and I really enjoy doing it.
Let's talk about the Electric Surge club team you play with.
Yes, I actually went from PA Elite to Surge, and it has been an awesome experience. The coaches, Lunda and Chris, have been very helpful and are very supportive with me.
Couple of siblings, an older brother and a younger brother, so tell us a little bit about each of them and how you fit in.
Well, my older brother, many people don't really know about him because he's so much older than me, but he went to Holy Redeemer, and now he graduated from King's College, and now he's currently at PCOM in med school, and he's doing very well there. And then I have a younger brother, Sean, who is just a year younger than me, and he plays a lot of sports, and he does a fantastic job with that, and we're all really close. And it's
another nursing major. Arden was interested in nursing. Talk about what you're looking forward to doing, and have you set yourself on a college yet?
I have not set myself on a college yet. I'm still keeping my options wide open, but I just really like the medical field is what I've always wanted to do, and nursing I think would really fit that for myself.
And some subjects in school that you like. Science, I see a bunch of those that you enjoy.
Yes, I really like science, especially biology and chemistry. This year I'm actually taking physics. Not really liking that as much, but I'm getting through it.
Well, we wish you the very best. I know you like playing great competition. You got a big one coming up with Wyoming Seminary, so best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.
Abby Zalepa joining us from the Crestwood field hockey team. And Abby, you're a senior, so let's talk a little bit about some way you got to be a leader with your teammates. What do you try to do to lead?
I mean, I just try to make sure that everybody's on top of their game, and make sure that if they're getting down on each other, that just try to pick them up and make sure the whole team's happy all the time, and that we're not fighting and stuff.
Let's talk about playing forward and some of the girls that are around you. Tell us who's out there.
Well, I mean, most of the time it's like Chloe and Arden, and sometimes Abby Davis is out there with us too. So like we have a pretty strong forward line.
Of course, you do lacrosse. Is that something you're getting used to doing, or you've been doing it for a while now?
I've been playing lacrosse for this is going on my 6th year playing this year, and I hope to play in college.
Awesome. And playing with Grit Lacrosse and the Electric Surge. So talk a little bit about playing club, whether it's lacrosse or field hockey.
Well, club lacrosse is a lot more different than actual playing because it's just like a lot more physical than just here in the valley playing lacrosse. And it's really like an eye-opener for everything. It's just really opened up the game and stuff.
You're right in the middle between an older sister and a younger sister, so talk about your relationship with them.
I'm very close with my older sister. It's kind of been a little hard since she's at college now. It's kind of, and then like my little sister is not really so little. She's only a year behind me, so it's not like we're not as close as we could be.
But she'll grow on you.
Yeah.
Accounting, something you enjoy in high school. Talk about that class.
Accounting, I just always loved it. Like I took 2 years of it. Sadly, this year we didn't have accounting 3 at our school. But like it came to me. It was very easy. It was very easy for me to pick up.
Let's talk about the next step for you, which is college. Let's talk area study and maybe some schools you're looking at.
Well, I mean, like I want to major in healthcare management because I find like I want to work in the medical field, but I don't like do all the medical stuff. And I'm very strong in business, so like it's a happy medium for me.
All right, sounds like you got your homework done and you kind of know what you want to do. And as far as some of the rivalry teams you enjoy playing every year?
I mean, like Coughlin's always a good game when they play. Valley West is always fun. There's a lot of other ones. Lehman's also another strong one. I think that we have fun playing.
Well, the playoffs are just around the corner, and I'm sure the Crestwood Lady Comets are going to gear up for it. Abby, we appreciate your time. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Lauren Reidinger joining us. She's a senior from the Crestwood Field Hockey team here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro and Genell. And let's talk a little bit about what coach expects you to do out there.
She expects me to step up to balls a lot and make sure I mark all my girls in the circle and really like keep the ball out of the 25. That's our main goal as defenders.
Let's talk about the defenders this year. Take us through some of those girls that have kind of cycled through back there and who's in goal and just trying to make sure nobody scores if you can.
Yeah, we have Emma Colo on the left back. She's really good at keeping her stake down and tackling. And then there's Katie in the high center, Katie Karpinski, sorry. And she's really good with stepping up to balls and really good with recovering. She's very fast. Then we have Lauren Shifflett at sweep, so she's like a low center back. And she's really good with stepping up to balls, marking, staying on the girls, telling us like where we need to go. And then there's Erin Vanevski in the goal. She's a junior this year. She's very good. She tells me what to do, where to go, who to mark, who to step up on, and she's really good with communicating.
Electric Surge, let's talk about club hockey and all these girls like yourself that play at a high level. You got to play club hockey. What's that like for you?
I play indoor for Surge, and I really enjoy it. I like going to the tournaments, and my main goal is to get into NITs this year because I got in there with Valley Sticks a while back, and we won, but I haven't gone back since, so.
Older brother, Brett, talk about some things that you took from him or some life experiences.
I learned from him to always keep my head up and don't get down on myself, to just keep pushing forward and everything will be okay.
Well, you're probably always thinking about something because you like psychology, so talk a little about what intrigues you about that.
I like learning about how people think and why they do things. That really interests me, and I hope to study that in college.
Let's talk about life after high school. What's the next step for you?
I want to go to Shippensburg and hopefully play field hockey there. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to. I just applied, so hopefully I do get in. All
right, let's see if you can get into the Raiders, and let's talk about your folks and how they inspire you and lay down a real nice foundation for you.
My parents are always there for me. They always support me with whatever I do. And they're really helpful, and they always keep my head up too, just like my brother. So.
Well, it sounds like you got a lot of support around you, Lauren. We appreciate your time, and of course, playoffs are around the corner. Good luck.
Thank you.
Lauren Shifflett joining us from the Crestwood Field Hockey team here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro and Genell. And Lauren, let's talk a little bit about what we expect as the next couple of weeks come up. Playoffs are going to be around. So it's going to be a busy time of year. And with a 9-game winning streak and one more regular season game, it seems like you girls are playing some good field hockey.
Yeah, we are. We've really stepped up since the beginning when we had our few losses, but I think that the team really gelled, and now we're working really well together.
Where do you play on the field, and Coach Moratori, what's she yelling at you during the game?
I play sweep, so I'm like the farthest back, and usually it's just like get on the ball, step, don't miss, like receive it, and it's just basic stuff.
Let's talk about some of the girls that are around you and how they're playing right now.
All right, we have Erin Vanevski, who's our goalkeeper, and she's a really great goalie. She always, if anyone misses it, we can always count on her to get the ball. Karpinski is our center back, and she just steps to the ball. She never runs out of gas. It's amazing. And then we have Lauren Reidinger and Emma Colo on the sides, and they're really stepping up, and they're playing great hockey.
Some pasta parties. Talk about who makes the pasta, or is there a good cook in the whole scheme of things, or is it like just some a mom or two get together and kind of put it all together for you?
So all the seniors have pasta parties before our big games. Lisa Morgan's, Arden's mom, made a great pasta party. So did Abby Zalepa's mom. But everyone else has pretty much gotten it catered, and yeah.
Nice to hear. As far as school, math and biology, two of your favorite subjects?
Yeah.
Talk about them.
Math, I'm just kind of like naturally good at it. Just kind of clicks with me.
Good for you.
And then bio, I've always been interested in medicine, so that just kind of like comes to me too. It's just easy for me.
Your class rank is pretty darn good, and your grade point average is excellent, 4.25 or so. Talk about being challenged with some of those courses that you're taking now in your senior year.
So I'm taking 2 AP classes and then 2 classes at King's College, and it's just a lot more demanding. Like there's a lot more homework, it's a lot more challenging, and with field hockey it's a lot to like grasp, so it's stressful.
You'd like to become a pharmacist. Talk about where you got that inspiration from.
I always wanted to be a physical therapist, but one day I just kind of decided I didn't want to be, and my aunt worked with she's a pharmaceutical, she works with pharmacies, and I just kind of because I don't really like talking to people, so it's medicine without the whole social aspect. So.
Well, you're doing a good job talking to me today. As far as your sister Emily, talk about her and your brother Matthew, and you look up to Emily a little bit. Talk about the whole relationship as well.
So my brother and I, we're just typical brother and sister, and he's younger than me, so we just I just drive him around basically. And then my sister is currently in college. She's a sophomore, and she's at Ursinus down in Collegeville. And it's hard because I miss her, but I know that she's doing her best, and she wants to become a doctor one day. So I just kind of use that as my motivation. So.
Well, sounds like there's some good things going on in that family of yours.
Yeah.
So we wish you the very best. Thank you so much for your time, Lauren.
You.
Katie Karpinski joining us from the Crestwood field hockey team here on the John Mendola Show. And Katie, let's talk a little bit about your role on the team, and just one of many seniors here with Crestwood this year. What does Coach expect of you?
She just expects communication a lot from the back, because I can see more because I play center back, and just being a leader out there.
How about as far as a rah-rah kind of girl, or you kind of do it by example?
A little bit of both. I usually direct. I'm kind of back there directing them where to go, telling them, and then they'll see what's working if I do it, and just copy off of that.
How about you think your biggest asset while you are out there on the field? What do you think you do real well, and what's something you think you still need to work on?
I still need to work on releasing quicker. I think that's a better thing. I tend to hold on to the ball a little more, but I look for passes really well, and splitting and finding my teammates.
All right, so good field vision, always important. You're also a member of the track and field team?
Not yet. I'm joining this year.
Okay,
yeah,
so that'll be something.
I put it down. I used to play softball and basketball freshman year, but I decided to focus on field hockey more.
Talk about what you're excited about with track and field. You got a little wheels too? You can run pretty good?
Yeah. I want to be a sprinter for that. Probably just to keep me in shape for St. Joe's coming up.
All right, let's talk about St. Joe's.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Field hockey, a great institution. Talk about what attracted you there.
Just I was outside of Philly, not really in the dangerous areas, not in the town, and I could still get to the town 10 minutes away. And it's a really nice college, really pretty, and the coaches are just phenomenal there.
How about what you're going to study?
I'm going to study bio, and hopefully to maybe work in a lab or become a sports medicine doctor. I'm not sure yet.
So cool. You're doing really well in school, in high school, 4.2, great class rank. Talk about your dedication as a student.
It takes a lot of hard work, especially during field hockey season, because that takes up a lot of my time, but I always make time to study for tests and work hard and understand what I'm learning.
Talk to some of the girls about pasta parties. How about the sleepovers? You girls have a lot of fun with them?
Yeah, we do. It's a really good team bonding technique that we do. We just started them like a couple years ago with the seniors, and we've been keeping the tradition alive.
Who's the big host family this year or the last couple of years? Like, where are you staying? And I'm sure you got to get along with their folks, and maybe somebody's a good cook or something.
Yeah, well, each senior has a pasta party, and this year we're going to double up and do another, like maybe a pizza party, Angelo's party, something like that. And just for the team sleepover, somebody with a big house last year, Maddie had it. She lives out in the middle of nowhere, has a big yard. She put up tents, and it was a great time.
Well, Katie, great to catch up with you here on the John Mendola Show. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.